Yeah, finally, I'm actually looking at this thing. Yeah, PETA attacks Nintendo. Really? Really? Now, let me see if I got this straight. Y'all attacking Mario because he's wearing a freaking Tanuki suit. Um, Gee, where were you guys when Super Mario 3 came out? Seriously. Where the hell were you guys when Super Mario 3 came out? Like, well, you see, we didn't have anything to say until now, in which they have to say, oh, well, since we have a new Super Mario game coming out, oh, let's just do this. Let's just pick on Nintendo because he's wearing a Mario suit. He's wearing a not a Mario suit. He already is wearing a Mario suit. He's wearing a Tanuki suit. Yeah. We might as well get on Zelda too. Shit, like, oh well, he's wearing a rabbit suit. I mean, a rabbit hat. Oh, oh, yeah, PETA. Wow. Yeah. Let's see, a Tanuki suit. It's apparently they just don't know what Tanukis are. For those who are stupidly not familiar with Tanuki suits, that's what it is. It's basically a mythical raccoon. That's all it is. A raccoon dog. Right. It's a mythical raccoon dog. Just like yeah, basically. Right. It's basically okay. So let me get this straight. You guys are actually getting on something from Japan that is a myth, and you're actually letting Mario, for some apparent reason, you had to have him say, "Oh well, Mario is breaking the rules." Mario has never broken rules, man. He had so many jobs. He and Luigi had so many jobs. They were on construction. They were plumbers. They were doctors. They were also carpenters. But really, really. And what I find so funny after this is what I'm reading here. It says this. PETA, however, thinks. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read all this. You have to give the people for ethical treatment of animals. They know how to leverage a pop culture event to promote their own agenda. Like so many people on the internet or in real life, but they really don't care. Mario, where did you get that fabulous fur coat? And oh my god, it's like, how did Mario? You know what? You pissed him off so many times, you forced him to kill a raccoon. You forced him to kill animals, man. Oh yeah, just because they had to. You see, Nintendo has just launched its highly anticipated game, Super Mario Land 3D. 3! Sorry, that's it. 3D. The game in which lets you play on the 3DS. Nice. I give it a 4. I give that one for Peter too. Just because I don't give a damn. Whether or not they don't give a damn. Because I don't give a damn. Features the famed plumber Mario making his way through a cartoon land. Y'all got a problem with that, Peter? Anyway, filled with cranky mushrooms, man-eating plants, and nefarious turtle creatures known as Koopas. On occasion, the mustachioed plumber dons a furry-like raccoon Tanuki suit, which is a raccoon dog. I should know because I have Samurai Warriors 3. Anyway, which lets him float in the air and swat this colorful host of bad guys with tail, and also make them float walk. Flutter jump. Like Yoshi. They never say anything about Yoshi either.
Yeah, or I completely forgot because I haven't played Mario since forever. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Peter, remember Yoshi? He was riding a dinosaur. He could have smacked him and kicked him around, but did he? No, because you had to be assholes. Peter, however, yeah, they always stink, but they don't. Thinks Mario's fur-wearing ways has offensive and has just in time for the launch of Mario 3D Land, launched its own campaign pegging Mario as a killer of innocent animals. Yeah, when? When did this happen? He had a he had a freaking leaf in the last game. What happened? They gave him a tail.
yeah, please.
It's like
Maybe Michael Tail doesn't hurt, but the Spoon Tanuki suit is.
that's right. Okay, so let's see.
Who wants to Peter anyway? Hippies?
If they still exist, in which they probably don't exist now because they know what's up. They know the man is trying to dig in their shorts for some reason and trying to clean up their act in the most dirtiest in the most dirtiest way possible. Yeah, why does that remind me of something that does not make sense? To be clear, the E-rated Super Mario 3D Land never suggests that Mario slaughtered an animal for its fur.
Exactly.
In fact, the magical Tanuki suit he wears in the game typically spring from magical squares that magically hover in the air because it's magically delicious. These squares magically are delicious. Give the suits, which I can't read this, which first look like magical leaves because they're magically delicious. When Mario bumps his head into them, that poor Mario, he's just bumping his head into everything except for Princess Peach. Oh yeah, bump me, Mario. Oh, that's it. Oh, so harder. Oh, Mario.
I have no problems with other games but Mario.
Oh sure. If it's not something like let's see, Dead or Alive, House of the Dead, Devil May Cry. Oh,
This,
anything else I could possibly think of? House of the Dead, Overkill, Samurai Warriors. Oh yeah, y'all don't want to get on Samurai Warriors because it's hysterically correct. They try to be hysterically correct. I don't know. But according to Peter, oh yeah, but you want to jump on Mario? Why?
that's just stupid.
Why does this remind me of Resident Evil all of a sudden? Oh yeah, we shooting niggas down in South Africa in Resident Evil 5.
Get on so hot top over nothing.
It's like, oh yeah, well let's see, Resident Evil 5. They were shooting black people. Yeah, yeah. Chris Redfield was.
Resident Evil, they shoot like Spanish Mexican people as well.
Mm,
Resident Evil 4.
5.
And then I have no problem with that.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, you see, shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. You have no way of saying, oh well, you see, this game promotes racism. How? Zombies, zombies do not have race. They do not have gender. Do they? Don't okay, they have gender, but they do not have race.
Exactly. It's just a game. They get so hopped up over a game.
But according to PETA's new Mario Kills Tanuki website, really, they went that far to make a website. In real, in real life, Tanuki are raccoon dogs who are skinned alive for their fur. I've never seen a Tanuki, but I probably want to see a Tanuki. By wearing Tanuki, Mario is saying the message that it's okay to wear fur. No, it's not. Plus, y'all spelled Tanuki wrong. It's supposed to be Tanuki, not double O K I. We might as well just call him Snooky Mario, but anyway. Super Snooky Mario. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Um. Yeah. If you're going to actually do that, then just instead of saying Tanuki, just spell it the way they spell it. Tanuki. So yeah, Tanuki, not Tanuki. It's Tanuki.
Yeah, I think Tanuki is cousin of Snooki.
Well, certain dogs know how to smell a bitch a mile away. I've seen it. Trust me. I've seen it happen on my block. Seeing dogs just bark at ugly looking women or girls and they barking. You know what I say to that? Well, they know what a bitch smells like. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, Peter should know that in the past, way before we have clothes, before we have like clothes and food, they hunt for food. They wear fur, clothing.
This is true.
Now, and now today, cats came and started being sure.
For some reason, there's a difference here. Back in the day in which it was survival of the fittest, you had to kill animals in order to survive. They brought
Exactly.
food, they
Now,
brought fur, they brought everything else. But now it's like, oh no, we can't kill animals. That's why God put animals on the earth so they can be slaughtered for our protection.
yeah, in fact, there's some countries over the world that still hunt for food
Hmm.
and still probably wear fur as clothing.
Exactly. But do they see it that way? No, they don't. They never do.
They see it their way.
Uh huh. It's like, oh my God, oh no, you can't do that. Oh dear Lord, no, not the animals, not. I was like, yeah, it's just as bad as saying, we're trying to protect kids from certain video games because they have an evil influence over. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, we're talking about you, Grand Theft Auto.
The site then offers visitors a chance to play a game called Super Tanuki Skin 2D, in which you try to help a skin Tanuki chase down Mario and reclaim its fur. Don't bother, gamers. It's pretty lame. Yeah, just like PETA, because they're pretty lame. It's hard to believe that the folks over at PETA truly believe that a video game starring a tiny man in a magical children costume actually contributes to worldwide fur wearing. If they did believe Nintendo's new game had that kind of impact on behavior, then they should also mention Mario's abuse on the turtle-like Koopa creatures.
Exactly, and Koopa is mythical creatures as well in Japan as well.
Nah.
Except it's Kappa, not Koopa.
Mm-hmm. And
And,
Kappa are water elves.
well, they're turtles.
The
So,
turtles, but they resemble elves.
yeah,
So basically, they are water elves resembling turtles. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know somebody who's gonna have a field day with Peter, and we both subscribe to him.
I mean, Ted.
Big Fag Plus. He hates Peter. Oh, he hates Peter. Oh God, I remember he was.
Until he hears this, he'll have a fit.
Oh, he will have a field day. It's like, okay, let's see. Mario has been around since the 80s. So let's see. This is about 2011. He's about 30. The franchise is about 30 odd years old.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's been killing Koopas. He's been knocking down Bowser. They're
Stop it, Goombas.
stomping on Goombas and let's see, other rogue things that shouldn't be, but it's all good because it's fancy anyway. He's been riding on a Yoshi. He's been flying with a wing cap. He's been saving this princess for like, God, how many times? He's been kidnapped twice. Well, okay, three times. Three times. I take that back. Mario's missing, Luigi's Mansion, and Super Princess Peach. Everybody knows that he's reckless. I'm playing a game in which it's called Mario and Luigi RPG in Japan, which I'm still doing, by the way. And for the love of like, y'all, really, He's been around the block and back in kingdoms he ain't never been to before. And at the same time, he ain't never got any from Peach. That's a goddamn shame. That's a crime right there.
Yeah, and Luigi has a you know,
He has Daisy. He's all right.
yeah, he's a scary cat. I'm sorry to say.
He may be a scaredy cat, but he knows the line though. He's like, yeah, I know I'm scared, but you know, like Battletoads. Ooh, you mad?
And at least he got through his own game without peeing his pants.
Really? I mean, come on. Really? He's done so much, and yet he yet in the whole game, nobody just ever calls him Luigi. He's like, you, green guy, yeah, green guy, yeah, Monsieur Green, yes, yes, you, yes, you over there, you with the green hat, you, yes, you. Like, he's never called Luigi, but anyway, I move on.
As the great late Lonnie Dangerfield says, he doesn't get no respect
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
he doesn't. I said, poor Luigi, he can never win, and he can never get any respect. But this is not the first time Peter has skewered video games as a way to grab attention, and it doesn't work that way. A few years back, it spoofed the popular Cooking Mama game with its own game, Cooking Mama Kills Animals, in which Big Fatty Plus has done too. To bring attention to the Thanksgiving slaughter of turkeys. Really, y'all? Shut up! It's just Thanksgiving. We kill turkeys every year. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
And last year, the nonprofit created the game. Credited. Oh, good. I can't read. And last year, the nonprofit that created the game Super Tofu Boy as a parody in, of hit indie game Super Meat Boy.
Which is hard. I am not playing it. Sorry, I don't think so.
There's there's no way I'd play Super Meat Boy, and there's no way I'm gonna be playing Super Tofu Boy. I'm
Because
sorry.
it's hard. I mean, I tried the trial game. Uh, yeah. No, I'm not really good at puzzle games. Well, those kind of puzzle games, but the other puzzle games like Tetris, Hectic, yeah, those kind of puzzle games, I'm real good. But the games like Super Meat Boy, I don't think so.
No. Only the ones that have pure rage can actually play that, or stupidly drunk. And I know a few people who can actually do that, but I'm not gonna say no names.
Yeah.
Of course, if you watch this PETA video about what happens to real Tanuki raccoon dogs, that's a double negative. Tanuki raccoon dogs. Wait a minute. You're saying Tanuki and you got raccoon dogs. You should say real Tanuki instead raccoon dogs. Get it right! You can certainly see why the organization is up in arms about the fur business. Warning, the video is horrible and sad, but only because they want to make you feel terrible about it. If only PETA didn't feel the need to drag innocent bystanders through the mud to make its point.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know why they make the flip in the first place.
So what about the kids? You're not doing it for the kids. Have you realized this? I mean, if you, it's like this. Hey, there've been plenty of video games back in the days during the 80s. Most of them went under under a rock pretty much to this very day until strange people somehow unsheath them and show them to a website, and all of a sudden we're laughing our asses off. I'm talking about pornographic video games.
Oh, just like what you said the other
Yes, exactly. Nobody mentions that stuff. Oh, they find it offensive. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Nudity is offensive. Let's see. We started off nude, and when we go to the when we go to take a bath, what do? We take off our clothes and we're nude. So that's
exactly.
that's nothing new to say. Oh well, I feel ashamed about being nude. Why? You were born nude.
Right.
You were
All
born
born.
nude. It's
We
like,
all we all born with our birthday suit, okay?
I mean, it's normal. It's okay. I'm fine with it. You're fine with it. Everybody's fine with it. It's like, okay, Peter, when you say that Mario kills animals, think about it. Whenever he jumped on a Koopa, did he actually just brazenly up out slaughter them? No, he never slaughtered the Koopas. All he did was jump on their heads and just kick them down pits and probably kick them to the side or probably grabbed them, thrown them against other enemies, and just basically knocked them out. Otherwise, he ain't never killed nobody.
Nope.
Now about them Cuba kids, I don't know where the hell they are, but they have never seen the light of day since.
I got a question. How Thousand got those Koopa kids in the first place?
You know, Peach has a lot to answer for. Because, I mean, how many times has she been kidnapped? You know something had to go down.
Yeah, here we go again.
Possibly her. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
her,
because,
her and Bowser wait, Peach.
yeah. So, yeah, Bowser knows what's up. He knows how to use it. I don't know how, but he knows how to use it.
Unless he has little.
Unless he uses that tail. Oh, my God.
Ew.
He uses it. Yes, he uses his tail to get off on Peach. I know that. That's nasty. I know. Anyway,
You know what? I got something to say. I farted. I just pooed it.
yeah, I had one too. One too many, but I just had a soup and I farted too. There, I feel better about myself.
I can smell my own poop
It's
right now.
it's kind of like this. Peter, you're saying that Mario is somewhat promoting, trying to say, "Oh, it's good to wear fur," and yet the next article says 5 reasons to leap into Super Mario 3D Land. Should be a new Super Mario Land. Period. That game has never seen a light day. You know, like Mario Brothers. Yeah, yeah. Now let's see what they had to say about the 5 reasons to leap into Mario Land is. Because Peter are a bunch of idiots, and they
I'm tired.
many.
My bunch of hippies.
I don't know. Some hippies I know, they're all about the smoking. You know, like Cheech and Chong. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. 5 reasons to leap into Super Mario Land other than the. Oh, really? They're still there? Oh, okay. I thought they weren't. You know. Ever since the 3DS launched back in March, gamers have been waiting for Nintendo to give them a Mario game that truly showed off the power of the new portable game system. You know, like Super Mario RPG. They want.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
And put on the Nintendo Wii.
yeah. They
But
wanted.
Paper Mario series.
Now, Paper Mario was pretty good. I had to give it that. I played the Thousand Year Door and beaten it. That was a pretty good series.
It was not as good as the the Super RPG.
Eh, Super RPG has its moments, but it is probably pretty good. Only because they had SquareSoft.
Yeah.
SquareSoft and Nintendo, when merged together, they can actually make a pretty good RPG. I'm not saying that Mario RPG wasn't like Paper Mario, but I'm saying when you look at it like that, it's second. It's second. It runs second by itself because Nintendo know how to make good games. Square know how to make good games.
Until until after Final Fantasy X.
Ten, just I don't know. I felt betrayed after 10, only because it was such a good game, and after that, they kick you in the nuts at the end. Like, oh, goddamn, oh.
Oh no. Although they did make a sequel to Final Fantasy X.
I'd rather play 10 too.
I did. Ooh, be right back.
Uh huh.
I number two. We'll be right back.
Nah. Okay. Meanwhile, while she's doing that, I'm gonna read the rest of this. They wanted a reason to drop first 250 and then 170 on this new gadget that displays 3D images without requiring viewers to wear a pair of ridiculous glasses. Fortunately, gamers had to wait a long time, too long in fact, for Mario to arrive. But 3D, but Super Mario Land 3D, that's what they call it, Super Mario Land 3D, or Super Mario 3D Land, whichever works. It's finally here. Of course, the question is, does it live up to expectation? And does it do for the 3DS what Nintendo needs to do? Short answer, yes. For the longer answer, read on the 5 reasons why 3D Land is worthy of your adoration and your $40. If it makes owning a 3DS worth it. True. Number 2, 3D effects are awesome rather than annoying. The return of the Tanuki suit. That's basically number 1 in my book. A blend of old and new. And Mario in fine form. That's basically it. That's the only reason why most people want a 3DS. Or you want a 3DS. You know what? I blame I I I really had to say this. For Peter to be saying that Mario's promoting the death of animals because he's wearing, first off, a mythical character, which is a real live animal. You know, think about it. There's a line between fantasy and reality. Why? I just don't see the point of how this can stand is beyond me. But then again, stupidity. So short form of Mario 3D Land or Mario Land 3D. Well, for one, is a platform. Two, it has all the elements of classic Mario. Three, it's on a 3DS. It's on the 3DS. Four, you're still doing the same thing that Mario has done for years and years and years, for the last 30 years. Which is mainly the reason why you want to actually get 3DS. You want to play Super Mario. You want to play um, Kid Icarus. You want to play the games that we all grew up with. That's fine. That's dandy. When you have to, you have to say, oh, yeah, I'm recommending this. Yeah, yeah, sure. I love Mario. And mind you, I played Mario Brothers. I played Super Mario 1, 2, 3, World, Land, RPG, Superstar Saga. I played plenty of Mario games in my life. And all I have to say is to say, oh, well, you see, well, Peter could do this and Peter could do that. It's just like the internet blacklist, the internet blacklist thing that they're talking about. I've been getting comments about that, and it's stupid because honestly, when you really think about it, truly, it gets stupid. Really, really, really stupid. I mean, I could possibly say, "Oh, well, yeah, you're right." I think I mentioned this, but um, if anybody can actually agree with what I'm saying, it's this. I believe that the law is just going out of hand. Many people are just making up laws because they don't know what to do with their time and energy. Yeah, well, I got something to say to that. How about this? How about you do something that can possibly benefit mankind instead of just making us gamers look like idiots, in which we aren't? Yeah, I had to rant about this too. Ever since the internet, well, I shouldn't say this, but it's not the internet, Bill, but it started off with the video games when they started blacklisting streaming or trying to upload certain material. I'm sorry, but it's stupid. As I'm checking things here, yeah. Anyway, what I was saying was it doesn't make sense.
Okay. Sorry.
And there she is. There
Yeah.
she is. I was mentioning it all goes back to, you remember when they had that bill for the video games?
Yeah.
I was just mentioning that, and as I said, it's like a prime reason why, for some silly reason, they're saying, "Oh well, you see, we had to we had to put a bill on video games, or we had to blacklist video games, or some stupid shit like that." Think about it, folks. Graphic video games. I mean, violent video games. Let's see. Violent video games has been around since, I don't know, since the 90s?
Mm-hmm. First one was Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, because it only had blood and oh, the blood, the guts, oh, the gore. Oh my god, I can't stand it. But really, honestly, should it be like that? Nah, it
Nope.
it shouldn't be like that because really,
It's just a game. Don't
most
be so hyped about it.
most people just don't like that. But it's silly. You're just gonna say, well, you see, I don't like this because, I don't know, it's idiotic. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, it's a think about it. It's only a game. Most people play video games when they get off work, or in this case, right after I'm working, or rather when I'm after hours. This is what I do. I play video games. I make let's plays. I'm pretty sure anybody else who knows me knows that's what I do. I actually play video games after hours. I
Well,
make
why? I mean, they're not as much of female gamers back then as today.
hmm because
But I'm one of those female gamers that love to play video games.
there's no shame in that.
No, it's not.
There's no shame in that. Because hey, the video game universe does not belong to just guys alone. There are plenty of girls out there who actually do play video games. I've seen plenty of female gamers actually do certain video games. They do fighting games, they do shooters, they do RPGs, and yes, for
They
and
also do horror games.
they also do horror games. Exactly. I mean, look at us. I get beaten by her like 9/10 of the time, but you know what? It's all good.
It's all just for fun and games.
It's just casual. That's the thing. It's it's really casual. I mean, I could say, oh well, it's strictly off the record. Yeah, you could say, yeah, I lost to a girl. Yeah, so what? I lost to my mom, and she was a gamer at one point.
And she's older than you.
She's much older than me, and she was, and yes, I would still get, for some reason, laughed at because, oh, she can beat me in Pac-Man. That's okay. I can stand being beaten in Pac-Man. It's okay in my book. It's no problem. I don't mind. I don't mind female gamers. Actually, it's okay. But when you say something about, oh, well, you see, we had to do something about video games. Like what?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what today is?
Yes, it is your birthday.
Yeah. I'm 37 years old now.
And she is 27 years old. That's right. She is 27 years old today because, well, she is the first person I basically say happy birthday to. The only person I actually had to say happy birthday to on the month of November. But that's okay though. I don't know that many people have birthdays in November anyway. She's the only one.
Um, um,
I don't know that many.
Valid? Valid?
Oh yeah, Valis. He's I don't know how old he is, but he's older now.
You know he can watch this.
So he's gonna watch this. Like I said, I don't know that many people. Only two. Unless there are
But
other people that I don't know about, which I don't really don't know about because I don't really keep tabs on people. I should get paid for getting tabs on people, but
if you do that, you'd be a millionaire.
God, yes. If that could only happen to me in real time, oh yeah, I would just like, oh yeah, who's doing such? Who's doing such? Write it down. Pass a note to me. I don't care. Just pass that note down to me. All this because of Peter. Yeah, Peter, you did this to us. You made us look ugly. Actually, you made yourself look ugly. You just made us look like idiots. Actually, you made us look, well, you made yourself look like idiots. But why are we talking about you? Because you suck.
Yeah, you're nothing but a bunch of hippies, half naked loser.
It's like, and I say this, what have we done to you? It's like, okay, that's the first thing to want. I think they wanted to just say, oh, well, video games should not be played. They should be boycotted. They should be doing this. Well, let me see. After a long day of probably doing some work, like writing or trying to promote books or something like that. Yeah, the only thing I want to do is come home, sit down, turn on my Wii or my PlayStation 2 or possibly my Xbox 360 and just say, oh, I just want to play for a bit, cool down, jump online. I'll probably do an LP of sorts. I want to probably do this and probably want to do that. And it's all good. It's all good, but when you say, um, we shouldn't have video games around, you are sad. You are sad. In fact, you are idiots to say, "Oh, I don't like video games. I don't and kids shouldn't have video games. Kids should be they should be doing their homework." They do their homework, but what about afterwards? They're supposed to go to bed? They're supposed to go without supper? They're not supposed to, you know, do not pass go, do not collect $200?
No. And they should play games in their own time. Don't care about Tia or them, whoever's gonna have fun.
I think that's the problem now. It's like, oh, you forget one thing. That's what video games are supposed to be. Fun. That's why we LPers exist because we want to poke fun at the game sometimes. We've always wanted to say what we wanted to say about video games, about certain games that we played. I mean, I poke fun at my game sometimes. I poke fun at other games. I mean, hell, that's what I do on my Let's Plays. I poke fun while I'm having fun with the game. It's my way of having fun while poking fun while playing the game. I say, yeah, I'm not perfect. You were saying?
Yeah.
I
You do the voice acting.
I mean, really, I just do it just because, hey, somebody deserves a good laugh. I mean, somebody out there, they say, oh, I had a long day. Oh, I don't feel like it. And all of a sudden, oh, this video's up. Oh, I didn't know he did this. One look, and all of a sudden, they started laughing. Started laughing their asses off because what I personally say is true. It's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it's like with the soda thing. I said, okay, so let's see. If I told a bad joke, would that make the soda diet instead of regular? I would say so, because I tell some very bad jokes, but the proof of it is just to make people laugh. I mean, there's no real reason why Peter should get on Mario for no apparent reason.
Exactly.
I mean, let's see. You guys got on Cap. Well, no, no. Somebody else got on Capcom because of Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
And just because, oh, they're shooting other people. Actually, no, they were shooting infected people. People that already had a virus in them. They were beyond helping, so they had to be put down. You know, like rabid animals. You know, you have to put rabid animals down. It makes no goddamn sense whatsoever, but you had to kill them. It's like, I can't do it because, oh my God, I don't want to because, oh dear sweet Jesus, oh I don't want to kill them because it'd be too much to me.
You'd be like, oh, shut up. It's a part of the game. You have to kill them.
It's like,
They're mindless. They don't have no brains at all anymore. No mind to function.
I'm sorry, but think about it. Really, it's just a game, and you guys, you, and for Peter to be doing that, it's like this. Nobody's gonna take you seriously. It's just like,
I mean, all they do is on everybody's same thing. You wear this, you wear that, yada yada. I mean, it's getting old right now.
it has
Seriously.
it has gone old. It has gone old and it has gone cold.
And they have no proof whatsoever.
I mean, I'm sorry, but look, I play video games, and nobody is getting on my back about it.
Exactly.
I mean, if I have, it's like this. If I offend somebody out of context, I'm sorry. But other than that, it's just a video game. I'm not poking fun at anybody. Even if I say it like this, it's like I'm not poking fun at you. I'm not poking fun at this person. Even if I mention, oh I don't know, like I mentioned Corn Shack in my Phoenix Wright Let's Play. I said the character Salmonella. I look at him. I said, oh my God, there goes Corn Shack. Because you look at him from the back, he has the ponytail. He's wearing a jumpsuit, a, or jogger suit, or however you look like. I said, look at him. I said, from the back, he looked like Corn Shack. In the front, he looked like Derpface. But that's okay. I'm not making fun of Corn Shack. I said, hell, it'd be like if there is a character on another game and it looked like Valis. I said, oh, really? He looked like Valis, and yet
Well,
I I'm not.
only
It's like I'm not looking at.
speaking of character that looks like Crowded,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 13, Sash totally looks like Crowded.
Yes.
Except with the crow.
Yeah. But otherwise, you can point to. Oh, that looked like Valis.
Yeah.
But you're not poking fun at him.
No.
It's the same thing. It's like this character looked like this person that you've seen on YouTube or any other place. Like, oh, he looked like such and such. Oh, he looked like such and such. I said, okay, whatever, dude. Okay, just for shits and giggles. Hey, this person looks like so and so. This person looks like so and so. Oh, this person looks like so and so. But I'm not poking fun at him. I'm just saying. But other than that, I mean, I look at Mario and I say, hey, he's jumping on mushrooms, rogue mushrooms, walking turtles. Think about it. He was doing that long before Super Mario. He did that in Mario Brothers.
The classic version.
Exactly. Nothing else. He was doing Mario Brothers. And it was nothing graphic about it. He was just kicking him in the water. Because they had something. And that something just was just kind of fun. In which I just say, okay, I'm playing Mario Brothers again. Because I grew up with Mario Brothers. And the fact,
Right.
And the fact that we both grew up playing Mario Brothers, hey, it's all well and good. I don't mind. I mean, hell, most video gamers they don't go back to their roots. They say, "Oh, well, it's all about the new." I said sometimes the new just doesn't cut it. So I just say no. I say, you know what? I like a bit of both. I like the new and the old. So therefore, it's like on my channel, I play nothing but old games. I rarely play new games, and when I play new games, I let you know this is a new game.
It's not me. I always play new, but I play old games as well.
Exactly.
Cause I like old games a little bit better than new.
And the only reason why I play old games more than new is only because of skill. That's the only reason. I play it out of skill. That means if I put cheats on it, or depending on if it require me to cheat, I'll do it. Otherwise, there better be nobody saying, "Oh, why you cheat?" You should know why I do that. I get revenge on certain games, like Punch Out and Chase HQ.
On Joe.
Yes,
Not a good game.
yeah. I still say they need to actually make a good Punch Out game in which requires movement instead of it's more movement and less of just punching. But when you move, Mac should move. You shouldn't have to just do controller just to make Mac move. You should just move and let Mac move just that way you're moving. If Punch Out was on the connects, I could see that. And how many people would be playing as Little Mac? They would actually be Little Mac instead of playing as Little Mac. There's a whole difference. There's a whole big difference. And like I said about PETA, really, if you're gonna be poking fun at somebody, um, why don't you get one of these mass murderers who actually want to drink puppy's blood or cat or eat cat shit or probably horse hair or something like that. Get on these guys who are actually committing crimes to animals or even dare I say bestiality. But don't say, "Oh, we're attacking Nintendo because of Mario."
Wearing a Tanuki suit.
Wearing a Tanuki suit, no less. I said, okay, so if he was not wearing a Tanuki suit, if he was just wearing the tail, would you still attack him just because he has he has a raccoon tail? It's stupidity. Oh, so much stupidity. So much stupidity on the part of Peter. But then again, what is Peter? What is Peter indeed? What is a Peter? Mm.
They're nothing but hippies.
Other than that, it makes a pretty good mini taco. I can tell you that. That's the kind of pita I like. That's the kind of pita I want. I don't want no PTA. I want a PITA. So, so with that, yeah, for those who are actually interested, hopefully you guys aren't as interested as I am with this article. You can see for yourself this idiocy that PETA has brought on the world of gamers and join the fight and tell these idiots that you have no place in our community among video gamers because I can honestly I can honestly say they need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Derp.
I mean, they need to get off the literally.
Really, it's just sad. You want to say, oh well, you see, We don't like it because we're PETA. And what's this goes? That goes right back to the 80s. Remember all those cartoons that were in the 80s?
Oh, yeah, I see.
All those cartoons that we grew up with. One of those cartoons that got taken off was Dungeons and Dragons. And all because of the parents. They don't want their kids watching this kind of stuff because it's too violent. And it has dragons in it, and it has traps in it. Um, think about it. That's what.
Dragons are magical. They're not real.
And I don't know about you, but think about it. They were all kids, so therefore, unless there was some actual violence in which involved them getting killed violently, brutally, graphically, yeah, you have a reason to take it off. But the thing is, when you look at it like this, oh, I'm they're actually trying to get home. How the hell are they going to get home now? You sealed their fates. We didn't. We were watching.
I mean, it's not like they have like Scotland has one time episode that we can watch, but when they don't show that episode again after one time. I think cartoons like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I mean, this one in Rocco where when they have this episode of Mrs. Beckhead was seducing Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the episode of that?
I remember.
Yeah. It only showed one time. That's it. On TV.
Oh, and let's not start about Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah. When Stimpy is the cartoon. I mean, I watched it when it was on Nickelodeon. There's nothing wrong with it. Even though it's a little, whoa.
It's a little out there. Granted, it's a little out there. But really, it's not as bad as one thinks it is. Because really, if you really think about it, if I were to have that kind of imaginative power, which I could just let all my idiocy, all anything that does not make sense into animation, I said, well, yeah, I'd say, look, I want to make this idea. Could you make this idea for me? They draw it down, they make a film of it, they show it to me. I say, yeah, that's about right. Send that sucker to TV. Many people are laughing their asses off. Why? Because it's not making sense.
It's funny. It's supposed to be funny. Not supposed to make people go, that is disgusting, that is untasteful, take it off.
I mean, the stuff that should be taken off, they don't do it.
Just like Jerry Springer. I mean, he it was on every morning at 11 o'clock right here where I live.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care if it's like little kids or staying at home, either they're sick or or something, and they just watch and they have a trashy show in the morning where the kids are wide awake.
And mind you, it's all trash.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are like half naked people dancing on stripper poles. They cuss and fight and they even
The Mario show, the stuff that I don't know. You say, oh, well, we.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but in the past, it's all right. They don't have like most of the DNA tests and lie detector tests as of today.
Really, if they're gonna be doing that, they should just. It should be called the doctors.
I
That.
think they're already in the show like that.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if all you're gonna do is just show up a DNA test, lie detector test, blood type test, sugar coating test, whatever kind of tests there are, it should not be called a talk show. It shouldn't actually be a talk show if that's all it is. Like, well, we've seen the such and such. So, hey, think about it. Why would you want to air out your dirty laundry on TV to begin with?
As they want their 15 minutes fame.
It's like, nobody actually cares about your goddamn problem. I,
Exactly.
I don't.
They just want to be they just want to act like fools on national TV. So they can just, so the show can have ratings.
I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV in the morning because usually I'm asleep in the mornings because sometimes I record late and then after that, after I record around 2 a.m. to maybe 6, then after that, I just let it go or I just upload it depending on what happens. And other than that, I will go to sleep around maybe 8 o'clock or so, 8 maybe 9, depending on what happens. Other than that, I don't watch TV. I mean, for God's sakes, I watch cartoons. I find cartoons more enjoyable than watching trash TV.
Yeah, that's what I do sometimes too. But sometimes I watch like the shows on Travel Channel, the Food Network.
Hmm.
They're more entertaining than other shows. Sorry to say.
Sometimes I'm.
I'd rather watch uh watch show called Soul Food other than watch Morning Show and Terry Spinner all day.
I'd watch something else other than. I'd watch something else. I mean, I would either watch a game show or I'd probably get up, pop a few DVDs in, and watch that. I'd be fine. I said, you know what? I ain't watching this. I'm watching something else.
Yeah, but we don't watch like the Jersey Shore or any kind of those trashy shows they show on right now.
Because anything now is like it's like 80% smut and 20% is supposed to be reality. Yeah. I've seen reality shows and actually I find True TV more reality based than anything else I've seen on TV.
No, 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 no. Uh, I have to disagree with you right there. Cause I've seen a couple shows on True TV.
Well, do you watch
They
World's
don't.
Dumbest?
Um,
World's Dumbest.
yeah, I've watched that. It's alright, but the other shows like Operation Repo and the Lizard Lick show, they show these crazy, racked up people acting like that are doing acting like fools, on national television. I mean, I mean, what they do is they should watch themselves on TV and say, "Oh my God, I look like a fool on TV."
I
People
think
come, yeah,
I think that's the point. I think that's why I like True TV sometimes. Because the stuff I watch, it's funny because, hey, you made yourself a dumbass.
exactly. And you make a dumbass as a to the people, cause might as well call you, hey, this is the stupid ass acting like a fool on TV.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but come on now. You gonna say, I shouldn't have done this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I said, okay, sure. Think about it. You actually made yourself an idiot live on television on a camera, and that camera and that footage can actually get aired on any kind of channel.
Yeah. And instead of having your 15 minutes of fame, you got 15 minutes of shame.
Depending on what that is, but yeah, pretty much there's more shame than fame. It's like, oh yeah, especially, dare I say it, to black people. Oh yeah. I say there is not a good thing you could actually see on there. I mean, most of the times it's somebody in chains, somebody ends up in a fight, somebody does something smutty. It's usually 9 times out of 10 on TV. You have just made the most underrated race of people on the face of the planet Earth 2,000 years more disgraced than they were before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I
like,
mean, they give you a raise a bad name.
and you wonder sometimes why I can't look at my own race in the same light, because a there are too many idiots making fun of what we kind of work so hard to actually become, which is basically human, part of the race, instead of just like, oh well, yeah, okay, yeah, and what are you fighting for now? Is it freedom? Is it truth? No, it's just some man that doesn't even do anything for you, or something to that extent.
Well, at least we got a black president.
True. This much is true. We can say this: wrestling. The only person who is actually trying to do some good around here would probably be The Rock. I don't know about our truth, but I know The Rock is trying to make some good. But anyway, I'm only saying
You know what? You know what?
the
Let
junkyard
me
dog.
say this. Let me say this. I hate The Rock. Okay? He's nothing but a movie star now. He should go back where he belongs. And
Yep.
that's the movie.
You know he already killed Spy Hunter. How much more damage can he do? He already killed Spy Hunter, man. What more can he do? trust
No.
trust me. There's no bigger tragedy than the death of Spy Hunter, because The Rock done killed Spy Hunter. It's like most games now. That's the reason why I don't really look at movies based off games, because shit like that happens.
Don't. Yeah, especially with Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
They have an alibi. They actually had Shigeru Miyamoto in it, so therefore they're okay. They got Shigeru Miyamoto. They're okay. They're off the hook because they got the man of Nintendo there.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
But, they don't have no Princess Peach.
No, just Princess Daisy. They only went
Yeah.
by Super Mario Land, not Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. And, well, actually, it's Super Mario Land and World. Has to have the Yoshi in it.
Yeah, so no, well, let's see. They crossed over with Brothers, Land, World. Shit, I'm surprised they didn't go with Donkey Kong. Put just splat Pauline in there, for God's sakes. Just for shiggles, you know. I mean, so many things you should not do. It's like Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, Double Dragon. Yeah, the biggest pit stay in the world. Street Fighter. Oh.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, oh.
And they even have what was it? They have Prince of Persia, which is kind of doing real good.
Yeah,
Just because the main actor looks like the main character of the game.
yeah. But the last thing I remember is really I thought it was about just that old computer game, and it just happened to be based on the new version of the Prince of Persia rather than the old one. But that's okay because it's
Yeah,
still Prince of Persia,
yeah,
and they actually have a character that looks like the Prince of Persia.
yeah. Tomb Raider has Angelina Jolie, and she's kind of look like Laura Fox, kinda.
But other than that,
Oh yeah, forgot one more game, kind of movie, Resident Evil.
yeah, that's when for some reason survivor horror was was somewhat a thing. It was a fad. Now, what happens to Resident Evil? It lost the survivor horror genre. It turned into Call of Duty all of a sudden.
Yep,
I'm sorry, but last time I remember, Sweet Home was survivor horror,
the granddaddy of survival horror.
and it was a movie, and it basically stuck there. It didn't go nowhere. They didn't change up anything. That's the problem. And yeah,
Japan is doing better than America.
and I'm sorry, but that's the thing. That's the thing about why you shouldn't touch video games. If you're gonna pick on a fight on video games, think about it. Shit like that doesn't make sense. Why are you gonna pick on video games? It's just a general rule. The government is trying to pick on video games. Um, a a group of people who are against cruelty to animals is picking on a video game. And Hollywood has been around video games for so long, and they kind of made a mess of things because they have not looked at the video game.
Let me say something. There's some hit and miss on video game movies.
Certain, but oh,
Yeah,
but I had to say this. Japan has it. Japan, when they do game adaptations off of video game movies, they have it.
yeah,
I'm talking about when we do it in Hollywood. It's all miss.
yeah. Especially if you have direct. Who was that director's name? That always keep messing up. Who was it? I forgot his name though.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about House of the Dead.
Yeah, that
Uwe
also became a movie as
Uwe
well.
Boll, I think his name was. That was a shame right there.
I think I've heard a rumor they might make a Halo movie.
You know what? So many
Just,
so many fanboys are gonna get pissed.
yeah, yeah, but I think I heard they cancel it.
As they should. Because
Well, but
to,
now it's the Game Board's turn because they'll have a movie coming out called that is based out of a board game called Battleship.
yeah, I remember they're making a game called Battleship. I also remember there was a a movie based off a board game called Clue.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the movie, but
I just like what they did to it though. It's like, yeah,
yeah,
it played somewhat like the board game, and somehow it just said, "Oh, well, let's just say what if."
yeah, they have like what two, three, four endings
Yeah,
to the movie.
because they basically based it off the board game, which makes sense. I don't know how you gonna do that with Battleship. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Especially if the enemies in the movie are aliens.
Yeah, right there. That's your mistake. Battleship was never about that. It was all about hit and miss,
Yeah.
just like Hollywood.
Although they have to be honest.
Although, this is basically Hollywood, so it is basically hit or miss. So
Yeah.
Battleship, yeah, for that reason, yeah, there shouldn't be. No. I mean, to me, no, it doesn't work that way. It's not gonna work that way. I can tell you that it's not gonna work that way.
No.
Not for no reason for it to be like, oh, well, you see, I said, look, guys, how about you do this? How about you guys use your minds for once? It's like you messed up. So you could save so many lives, so many faces, if you just use some imagination. Why don't you copy what Japan does?
Well, they almost had it bad, the grudge. I mean, seriously, it scared the heck out of me. I could not finish watching the rest of the movie. I just watched like 15 minutes of it. That's it. And I got freaked out.
And don't get me started on anime.
Oh, God.
Because I can only mention like a few anime titles that just don't suit so well in movie format.
Like Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball was a goddamn shame. That's what happened. Dragon Ball was a goddamn shame because how could you do that to Akira Toriyama's work? It's just sad. You just don't do that. And all of a sudden, we're gonna make a movie based off the manga, and yet you've just made yourself a couple of enemies. Yeah, because many of us like Dragon Ball, but you trying to make us hate Dragon Ball, and that just don't work that way.
Yeah. And what was the other one that made into the movie? Was it Blood the Last Vampire?
Yes, Blood the Last Vampire. That was based off an anime, and yet for some reason, I don't know. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went because I certainly don't remember Saya ever being with a companion. She always worked alone because of what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the whole of the blood.
I mean, I've seen blood. I've seen blood, and I've seen Blood Plus, and I'd say it's just a chronicle of this vampire hunter who is basically a vampire. Like Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you can't. Sorry.
I mean, I own Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and I have to say it is boring to the max.
It's not like Vampire Hunter D, the original.
Yeah, it's like messed up.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too, and it just got boring. I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't get into it. I'm just like, where what did that huh? Who did it? What now? It's the same thing. I mean, sadly to say, but with anime, the only exception I had to say that actually did work was Speed Racer.
A what?
Speed Racer was the only exception to it being a hit because they actually followed suit with what happened in the anime. Like they actually made a what happened after the anime, which actually
Oh,
made sense. Like Speed
oh,
went,
that movie.
yeah. Like Speed went pro, and he basically went and challenged the world, and apparently won. And he wanted to know who, and he probably wanted to know who Rex was, and everything else. For those who have watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't seen the movie. Don't kill me.
What happens in the movie was, he actually find out that Racer X was, in parentheses, not his brother, but it really was his brother.
Dun dun dun.
Therefore, he's like, I'm not your brother. As in compared to the anime, I am your brother. I'm sorry I had to hit you like that, but you must never know who I really am. I said, I like that. I said, I like that because it actually makes sense. He is Racer X, and yet he doesn't want to be called Racer X
Yeah.
because of the fact that his last name is Racer, and because he belongs to that family, he wants to continue to protect them. So that kind of makes sense. Otherwise, any other movie that I've seen that had anything to do with an anime or a video game, if it was, it made me think about this. If it wasn't made by Japan or Korea or whatever other, if it wasn't made by either Korea, China, or Japan, then over here it's not gonna last.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big mess.
I'm talking about Dead or Alive. I'm talking about King of Fighters. I'm talking about any other. I'm talking about any other title I can think of.
I think there's a Tekken movie.
There is a Tekken movie.
Yeah, that made from Hollywood.
And G4 is going to air it, and I'm just going to be like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Oh, it's the end all be all. Oh, shit. I'm not going to enjoy it. But I think we kind of went over our limit on things that happen when you have PETA attacking Nintendo. But the whole point of this is, as gamers, we know what we like, and as people, we also know what we like. But certain things should not interfere with certain elements. Hollywood should not work with video games because they're not going to get it right.
Yep.
Japan, China, or Korea can work with video games and anime because they can get it right. At least most times. Hopefully. Other than that, we ain't got nothing else to say because we're just rambling on, but it's actually making more sense than it should. It's actually making a whole lot of sense. So that's it, folks. We ain't got much to say because we just had to show this bullshit that was called PETA attacking Nintendo for no apparent reason because of Mario.
I mean, I feel a lot better talking about it.
Oh, me too. Me too. I actually feel a lot better after saying stuff about it. Like, oh, well, you see, nobody likes PETA. Yeah, nobody likes PETA. Nobody likes,
Hippie.
and nobody likes people picking on certain games, and nobody like people picking on games. Video gamers. We're video gamers. We deserve as much respect as somebody else because we haven't done anything to hurt you. And for those who just like, oh well, we didn't know why, but it's about it's about Peter trying to say we don't like Mario.
You know what? F you.
Yeah,
Saying you don't like Mario.
exactly. Because look, besides Pac-Man, the world was raised on Mario.
And Link and Zelda and Sonic and
And until we see an actual crossover with a Mario Kart and Sonic R, which I hope they'll have right by the end of the season, I'm still sticking with my roots. I ain't gonna change because of that. I'm just gonna say, you know what? No, you're not getting away with that. So that's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing else to say. Because we're done here. We got what we had to say out of the way. And probably on our next exciting episode, or whatever the hell else we're going to be talking about, or whatever the hell else we're going to be playing, which is pretty much soon because, I don't know, we probably will be doing more co-ops. We don't know how, but we'll be doing co-ops. Don't worry. Oh yeah, we'll be back. We're still doing it. We just have to find a better way of doing it. And so, oh yeah, quite possibly we might have a three-way conversation through random co-op. So don't worry. Yeah, we're still working on it. Don't worry. Because trust me, it gets funnier after that.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm still the Tenkaichi of Gaming, PI7, and on the other end is her, the trivia queen of all trivia, who doesn't seem to care, but she knows she can whip me in Jeopardy.
In Monopoly.
And in certain areas of Monopoly, because you can't beat me on Pogo. Monopoly.
At least you beat me.
I got my revenge, okay? Yeah, but I still stake my claim on Wheel of Fortune, though. Yes, because I roll. Yeah, that's her, Miss 27 herself, Sheena Marie Block. You know, you know her. She's the trivia queen. Princess Peach. I said Princess Peach. Yes, the Princess Peach of trivia. Yeah, there you go. Even though she,
I want to be Princess Daisy.
the Princess Daisy of trivia. Okay, she won't be Princess Peach. She will be Princess Daisy of trivia, because peaches are so overrated.
Yeah. Nobody gives respect to Daisy. She needs her own game.
She still needs her own game. I'm still looking for a day that Luigi goes missing and Daisy will be the one to save him. And it won't go on 3DS. It'll be on the Wii. Because why not? I still want to see that. But anyway, we're done, folks. We're done as done can be. we're done. We're out.